Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my theory tuition series where I'm working with you step by step through the ABRSM theory grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets and you can download those in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. You'll find a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also find out about the books that I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and hints on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to make the best use of your time on exam day when you're actually sitting in the exam room working through your exam paper. So if you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find it all there. If you can give me a like, that would be really super, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more to come. And now we're going to continue with the 2014 Grade 4 Past Paper B, and we're looking at question 4 next. So if you turn with me to page 11, you can make a start on that. So these are the scales questions. I always enjoy these. I always quite like these. They're quite easy to do if you just follow them through a little step at a time. Now here we're asked to add any necessary sharp, flat or natural signs to make the notes form a chromatic scale beginning on this given note here, F, and working our way up. Now even if you don't play piano, I always recommend that you just get used to glancing through the piano keyboard, because it really does help to visualise those semitone steps. It's easy enough to sketch out on a piece of scrap paper. Even on the exam day you will be given some scrap paper, and I would just do that quickly before you start anything else. So we're starting on F and we're going to have to go chromatically, and we'll have to alter the accidental depending upon which note they've given us. So we're not going to go from F to F sharp, because here they've given us the note G, so we're going to have to call it F to G flat. That will be our first step up. So we'll have to call this G flat. And then we want G. Now don't forget we've got to cancel that flat sign, so now that will be called G natural to cancel that. So the next note up we'd have to call A flat, because they've given us note A. Remembering to notice we're in treble clef. And so carrying on up, so A, we want A natural now, so we'll have to cancel that flat sign. That's the only place where you might go a little bit awry if you forget to cancel your flats, because if that natural sign isn't there, it's still a flat if you remember. So moving on, so from the A upper chromatic step, that takes us to either A sharp or we'd call it B flat. We've got a note B here, so we're going to have to call it B flat. It's so much easier if you can just visualise the piano keyboard rather than trying to hold it all in your head. That's where mistakes happen. So stepping up again, we want a B natural, so we need to cancel that flat and make this to just normal B or B natural. Now the next step is C. We're already there, so that's fine, nothing needs adding to this one. So this one we could call it C sharp, or we could call it D natural, and harmonically that's the same sound or the same key, we're giving it a different name. Here we've got a D, so we're going to have to call it a D flat, sorry I should say flat, and then D natural now to cancel that flat. So now I'm just going to jump back down here because I'm running out of space. So here's the D natural we've just done. So the next note here we'll have to call an E flat because of the note they've given us. If they've given us a D, we'd have to call it D sharp, but that's not the case. So E flat. Now we want E natural, so we need to cancel that flat. And then the next step should take us to F, which it does do here, and so that we're all correct there. So that's done. It's easy peasy if you can just glance through the piano keyboard. So that's that done. So the next one, we're asked to write a key signature for C sharp minor, and then we're going to write the descending, so going down melodic minor scale. Now I always find that these are a joy to do if you've done all of your thinking before you even start and write out your circle of fifths. So you've got all your major minor key signatures. And if you're not sure how to go about that, I've done a video tutorial. You'll find that in the links to the description and in the cards. And if you just get used to writing this out quickly, all your thinking is done for you. And we're going to write this scale in semi-breve, so we're not worried about stems. So we're beginning on C sharp, and we're going to descend down in the melodic minor scale pattern. So the first job is to write the key signature. C sharp minor is related to E major, so you just need to have a really good working knowledge of these keys, major and minor related keys, or just quickly write it down in a list form and then all your thinking's done. So here we go, let's get cracking. F, C, G, D. So because we're descending, I'm going to put these note heads starting pretty high. So I'll start on middle C, and then I won't be running out of space. So we're going line, space, line, space, because scale literally means step. So we're coming down in step for an octave. Plenty of room, so I'm going to use it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beginning and ending on C, working in steps, so that's correct. So then, we've done the key signature. Now, the melodic minor, when it's ascending, when it's going up, has the raised 6th and 7th. However, when it's descending, it comes down in the key signature alone. And so that's job done. That's that question completed. So let's move on to the next question. So turning the page to page 12, we'll have a look at this next question here. And so we're asked to rewrite this melody using notes and rests of twice the value. So we've got to double everything. And so we need to write a new time signature to reflect that. So at the moment we've got 3 beats in a bar. It must stay in triple time, but each beat is a crotchet or a quarter note. And so our new time signature must again be in triple time, but as we're doubling, we're going from crotchets to minims or quarter notes to half notes. And so our time signature to show this will be 3/2, 3 half notes, 3 minim beats per bar. And so that's the time signature. And now to double everything, we literally just either remove a stem, so we're doubling, so we're removing the stem, remove a stem, or here we go from a 1 beat note to a 2 beat note, a crotchet to a minim. So 1 beat here, 1 beat here, the unit values change, so we've gone from crotchet to minim. So that will become a dotted minim. Remove a stem or a tail, remove a tail, so they'll go from quavers to crotchets, 1/8 notes to quarter notes. This one we don't colour in. That'll become a dotted minim, dotted half note. Remove a tail, remove a tail, remove a tail. This will become a dotted minim, dotted half note, remove a tail, and then this will become a dotted semi-breve or a dotted whole note. So we know which ones to colour in now and which ones not to. So I'm just going to get the note heads in, and then we'll worry about stems afterwards. You can do it in any order you like, really. I just prefer to get the blobs in place, and I'm keeping it all aligned with their example for 2 reasons. One, I'm not going to run out of space and I'll know it's properly written, and also I'm not going to lose track where I am. I've got enough to be thinking about without worrying which note I'm on, because I've got a bit lost. So same note, then coming down in step, back in step. I don't colour that one in. There we go. So here we need the ledger line. Dot. You could do this any order you like. And then don't colour that one in at the end. So this has gone from a minim, dotted minim, to a dotted semi-breve, so that's as it is. Pop the tie in place. So now I've lost a beam here, so that becomes a dotted crotchet, quaver, dotted crotchet, quaver, dotted crotchet, quaver, and you can see there's our 1 minim beat, 2 minim beat, 3 minim beat, so we know that we're correct with the time signature. That becomes a minim, that becomes a dotted minim or dotted half note. We've lost a beam, so they become quavers or eighth notes. So here we've lost a beam from quavers to crotchets, so these just need stems, and then you can either put a bracket with a 3, or you can either do a square bracket or like a curved slur mark to show which 3 you're grouping together. That just needs a stem not colouring in. So we've gone from semi-quavers, we've doubled up to quavers or eighth notes. Well, we've lost a stem here, a beam here I should say. So it's dotted crotchet quaver. Oh, I've coloured that one in and I shouldn't have. So that's a dotted minim. There we go, crotchet. So we can see there's group 1, group 2, and one with the dot, there's group 3, and that's exactly fine as it is. So there we go, that's that question completed. I do hope that's helpful to you. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do go to sharonbill.com and make use of all of the resource and information that's there to help you. I hope it's helpful to you. If so, if you can give me a like, that would be really super, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.